Hello friends, in previous lecture we have discussed about write line and message box activity. In this lecture we will discuss about input dialog activity. Okay, so first we have to create the sequence. So just clicking on new option, sequence is there. Just you provide the name of the sequence. So let's say I go with the name of this sequence is input dialog. Okay, and just you create it. And after then, as we are trying to utilize input dialog activity, then we have to search that activity. So here again, just you can see activities, project and snippet. Three different types are there. So if simply you click on activities and one search space is there, in that search space, just you simply type input, then options are available. So here, input dialog. Now, just you drag that activity and drop inside the sequence. Again, just you can see the properties of input dialog. So first one is the display name. So let's say we can change it. First input dialog. Okay, just you click at here, then you are able to see that the display name of input dialog box is changed. Now here just you can see some other properties are there. So one is label. So first we write inside a label field text area. So here just we pass an string. So here you can see that label inside bracket string is written. It means we have to pass the information in the form of string, and always remember, if you are working with the string, then you have to provide the information inside the double quotes. So just I am putting one random text, that is enter the name, and just I click OK. So yes, up to this point of time there is no error. It means our sequence is working perfectly fine. Now another property is there named as title. Then here we also pass some kind of information. So let's say I'm writing, please enter the name. So as it is the input dialog, then definitely this input dialog you can use for getting the input from the user. Now we run this code. Let's see what is the output. So just click on debug file, run file option is there, and just you click it. So now our code is in running state. So here just you can say that in label what we pass, enter the name, and then title is please enter the name. So title is available, label is there. Here just I'm passing my name. So let's say Sunit Kumar Gupta, and just you simply enter it. So here just again we try to check output box. So I think as we didn't use any kind of activity which display the inputted information in output box or message box, so there is no output. Now what information we have entered, now we want to check. So that information is always stored in the variable named as result. So there are two methods, because result is a variable, so we have to create variable first. So let's say here I am creating a variable. So for creation of the variable you have to press Ctrl plus K. Okay, so some kind of, okay, so here either you put right click and create variable option is there, or just you can put control plus K. So just I am clicking on create variable, and I am providing the name of this variable is name. Okay, now we have created the variable, and if you want to double check that name variable is there or not, so from here you can check it. So here you can see that name of the variable is name, it is generic value, and this is input dialog. So this input dialog is basically showing the scope of this variable. So it means throughout the sequence you can utilize this variable. So maybe possible multiple sequences are there at that time. If you want to pass the data in a different sequence or one sequence to another sequence, at that time you have to change the scope of the variable. Now simply we run it and let's see what is the output. So I'm running the file again. Text area is there, so simply I'm putting my name Sunit Kumar Gupta and just enter it. Oh, but there is no display, or whatever information we have inserted, that is not displayed. So always in previous lecture we have discussed about message box and write line activity. So message box and write line activity you can use to display some information. So let's say now I'm going to use message box activity. So here just you simply put it. Okay, and in previous lecture we have discussed about different properties of message box, so we are not going to discuss again. And here just whatever information we have to display, that information is available in the variable. So simply we have to pass the name of the variable. Okay, now here you can see that there is no error, and just I am executing the sequence, and you can see that. So here sequence is Sunit Kumar Gupta. Simply clicking on OK, and yes, you can see that whatever information I have inserted using message box activity, you are able to see that information. So now I'm clicking on OK. Now in input dialog box, one field is there, that is password. So I'm making it true. Yes, is password. Now see what kind of information we are able to see that. Okay, so let's say Sunit Kumar Gupta, and simply I am clicking on OK. So here just you can see that. So it means if you click on is password, then it encrypt, means you are not able to see the characters and all. It is available in the form of encrypted form. Okay, now one of the important field is there, that is option. So when option is useful, so let's say you have only one choice, then there is no need of option. But let's say you have some options for the input dialog. So let's say I'm putting the options in this form. One is hello, another one is bye, another one is goodbye. So three options are there, let's say. So just I'm clicking at OK. So yes, there is an error, and error is available on input dialog box. So previously whatever information we have inserted, with that information our sequence is working fine, but after providing the options it is showing error. Okay, so we have to check it what kind of error is there. So let's say Okay, so I'm putting in double quotes. Now again we see it. Okay, no, again there is an error, so it means we have inserted some wrong value. Let me check. Now again there is an error. Okay, so the error is due to because option and each password never work simultaneously. So always remember, if you have clicked in each password, so you are not able to put option field value inside the option field. Now we check. So here you can see that there is no error. So now again we will run the code and let's see what is the output. Okay, so in option field we have passed three different values. So let's say you have only two or three values, then it will come in the form of radio button. So let's say I'm clicking at hello, okay, and just okay. Then in message box it show hello. Maybe anyone can ask question. Let's say we have more than three values, then what will happen? So again I'm putting one more values, that is high, and now we check it what will happen exactly. So when I'm running this in execution mode, executed, so it is in the form of drop down list. So just I'm clicking on high and print it, then message box generate the output. So what is the conclusion? So conclusion is that in input dialog box, five important properties are there. Number one, that is each password. So if you make it true, then whatever information you will enter in input dialog box, that is not directly visible to the user. Number one. Number two, in option field, so let's say you have the option, you have only three options. Then in output pane, your information is the available in form of radio buttons, but if the options are more than three, at that time the in output pane one drop down list is there and you have to check the answer. So another important property is there, that is output. So in output, whatever information is entered by the user, that information is also you can store in output variable. So for creation of the variable, either you can in the specified area, just you right click and one option is there, that is create variable, or after clicking the specified area you can simultaneously press Ctrl plus K. So I hope the concept about input dialog box has been cleared. Okay, so in next lecture we will discuss about text. In next lecture we will discuss about some other activities like assign, like write line or click. So in next lecture we will discuss about all such kind of activities. Thank you.